Rex Howlett. Funny, sweet, kind, crazy, charismatic, caring, passionate. Rex is fun to be around. Rex is impulsive and passionate by nature. Rex is just this outgoing, fun-loving, incredible girl. I think Rex, out of all of them, is one of my most interesting OCs of all of them. I came up with Rex when I was first getting into comics, which was a number of years ago. And I was thinking that, lots of the Marvel characters have companions or some type of family, whatever, and thinking, well, what about Wolverine, about him? So I was thinking, okay, what if he had like a daughter-ish figure? So that's how basically Rex came to be. When Rex was just an itty bitty little baby, her mom and Logan, they knew each other and they were friends. And her mom was a mutant. Only her mutation was a very severe one. It was one that put Rex at risk, mostly because her mother was a danger to herself and everyone around her. Her mother had a werewolf-type mutation. Their X genes lie dormant during the day, and due to the absence of sunlight, that's what causes them to be corrupt, and they activate. She morphs into this big, hairy, scary creature thingy, and she just destroys anything in her path. Stryker was the one. Stryker found out about this, and he wanted to take Rex and her mother into custody. Her mother wasn't her mother didn't really want anything to do with the military. She just wanted to, her mother was a very moody person, very downbeat, blah blah blah, So she just wanted she just wanted her space for her and her daughter. She just wanted to be alone, all that jazz. But, Stryker wouldn't take no for an answer. So he threatened her mother, okay, if you do not come with us, then we're going to take your daughter and you'll never see her again. Well, being a mother, she wasn't going to let that happen. So she attempted to try and hide Rex and her, but, no matter what they did, they always found her. And so there was this breaking point where her mother was like, okay, I've done all I can do. I've gone about as far as I can go. It's time for me to give up. She wanted the only person that she could trust to take care of her daughter for her. And that only person was Logan. But, he felt that he wasn't, capable of looking after a child and blah, blah, blah. So he did keep Rex away from Stryker and Weapon X for, well, not for long, but, he kept her away. And then they found her again. They attempted to, bond, and they, tried to do the adamantium bonding thing, but it wouldn't work completely. It only bonded to her skull, so she's, they corrupted her brain a little bit. So, for the rest of her life, she's kind of brain damaged. She's ditzy, absent-minded, a little bit here and there, talking to herself sometimes. One of the mottos my friends helped me come up with for Rex is, sometimes I feel the best conversation is with yourself. It's just who she is. It's how she rolls. And when she was in the Weapon X program, she met Laura, or Weapon X, Laura McKinley. Weapon X, X-23, clone Wolverine. You're like, well, if she's a clone, then that makes her like a daughter or whatever. Okay, okay, I can mess with that. So Rex escaped. Sure, there was a bloody mess involved. Rex's little wolf stuff. As you can see, Rex has like ears and tail of a wolf. So she's like the animal hybrid like thing, but she can morph into an animal. It's a strange animal. It can move faster than any other. It's super ferociousness, long claws, long teeth, grr factor. Don't mess with her. But you know, she helped X-23 escape, and you know they had their bonding, and they were like, okay, so they're pretty good friends.
Do you think this is a glitch? Look.
Yeah, that's totally a glitch. Go on.
Because I used black and I used blue, and it's blue in a different color.
So that's awesome. Sisters. Anyway, exactly what I'm trying to... Yeah, exactly. That's basically what they did. They'd just hang out and stuff. They'd tell each other everything. They were like this. They were really good. So, as Rex got older, she was raised by... Well, she was just raised by, these ordinary dude. He was like the guy who took her in was sort of a hippy-dippy kind of guy. Always part of peacekeeping. But, he was a really upbeat kind of guy. Just really happy-go-lucky, and it rubbed off on her. And so she became this always cheery, loved everything, loved everyone, glasses half full kind of girl. She just loved everything. So as she got older, the X-Men came to her. She jumped to the idea of, okay, yeah, school for mutants, this has got to be pretty fun. So she's there. Everybody loves her. Everybody. And anyone who doesn't, they have not met her yet. She developed an unhealthy obsession with giving love and being loved. Kind of like the one I have. Anyway, just everyone she meets, she just wants to give them a hug. She likes to spread her happiness. Her happiness is contagious. If she's happy, everyone else around her is going to be happy too. If they don't, they're going to be having some serious problems. But anyway, she's just a very happy person. And she just loves everything. That's basically how I got Rex to come to be. She does have her sensitive moments where she has this feeling that she's of no use, because let's face it, she's very clumsy, absent-minded. She has her blonde moments. Let's just say the blonde moments. She spazzes out. She has some anger problems. But she has those feelings where she just feels like she's worthless. It just takes one of those really good friends to come up and be like, you know what, you're not worthless. We love you all. We all love you for who you are, not for what you can do, blah, blah, blah. And it just makes her, that's what makes her her. is that it takes a real person to know that, okay, well, she's not perfect. It's just like all of us. Nobody's perfect. But we can all love each other anyway. But yeah, that's basically how she came to be. That's why everybody loves Rex. Everybody must love her. I've had people ask me if there was to be some kind of, just some kind of thing where if Rex finally snapped and just had a meltdown, like, what would that look like? And I've been thinking, well, what kind of meltdown? Like, an emotional anger, just out of the blue, just, being Rex? And I was thinking, well, if she was to have a meltdown, I think it'd be, well, just like anything else, it wouldn't be pretty. Because, that's Rex. She has the thing of overreacting. Like, even the smallest thing, she'd be like, oh! So, yeah, that's just, she just has that whole habit of overreacting. That's just who she is. She's impulsive, passionate, loving, caring, sweet, kind, crazy, straightforward. She's not afraid to speak her mind. She's not afraid to make jokes about anyone. And she labels herself as incredible. She thinks she is Chuck Norris level awesome. Which, I can understand. No one can disagree. She's pretty cool. She can absorb powers and keep them. Yeah. So, it's pretty cool. Her powers. Their powers. The ones that she can, tackle with the best, I think, are her powers of time and fabrication. She can look into the past of everyone, except some. There are some certain people she can't look into their past. But there are some people where she can look into their future. And I can't give anything about that away, the paradox and all that jazz, but she can also absorb powers through touch, just like Rogue, except she keeps them. But if those powers get too much, she could have an X gene overload, and it could destroy her. To avoid that, get an M collar around her, an M meter X gene suspender, at least 24 hours. It should deteriorate all the X genes that she has absorbed, and she can just start fresh again. If something about that goes wrong, if one power during an X gene overload goes abrupt, she could literally explode. Just like, and an explosion that powerful could take out half of the United States. So, yeah. It's pretty important to avoid that. So,